In this video we're going to be talking about how to use the satellite navigation system on the infotainment unit. We're currently in a Golf, but this unit will be similar across most of the models in our range. The first thing to do is to move onto the satellite navigation screen if you're not already on it, so we just need to press the nav button up at the top right, and this is the sat nav screen that we're now looking at. You'll notice on the screen, if we move our hand towards the screen, we actually do get a pop-up menu at the bottom, and that's what we're going to be using to input the destinations and to change various settings. If you want to look around to see sort of where you are on the map, you can actually do that. So you can zoom in and out with the dial on the side here, so that actually is a zoom dial. And the other thing that we can do is you can tap onto the screen and move around and pinch zoom as well, so you can sort of see where you are in relation to sort of everything else by sort of looking around. If you want to lock your position back into where you are, just touch this car symbol here, and that will centre you back into the middle of the display. In order to input a destination, you need to go to New Destination in the bottom left, and this is where you would input an address, either a street, a town or a postcode. So we could type in here Preston, for example, and as you can see the matches come up at the top here in blue, and if it's not just there, you can scroll down here for any other matches. When you found the match that you actually want to navigate to, just tap on that, and it will then just bring it up on a map there. Obviously with this example, we are navigating to the centre of Preston, but we could have put a street in or a postcode, and then we just press start. Now at the moment this is set to calculate and show us 3 alternative routes. This one is the most economical, this one is the fastest in terms of time, and this one is the shortest in terms of distance. So the red one is usually the one that we would choose because that will take us on the main roads. So if we select that, we will then get our calculated route. So we can then follow that on the map. Up at the top we've got our estimated distance and estimated time of arrival there as well, and if we want to, we can actually switch on the navigation announcements, so it'll actually speak the directions out to us. If we press on that,
navigation announcement volume,
there we go, and as you can see we can actually listen to the radio while we're doing that as well. In order to cancel the navigation, all we need to do is go to route at the bottom left hand side and then select stop route guidance, and that will actually clear the route out of the navigation unit. The other menus that we have down here are my destinations, so this is where you will find any destinations that you have entered before, and also any destinations that you've saved. Down here we've got POIs, points of interest. This is going to be a selection of petrol stations, car parks and restaurants that are stored in the sat-nav information card. View allows you to select from 2D to 3D, and also auto day and night, so if the vehicle has automatic headlights, when it gets dark this is going to set automatically the sat-nav into a darker screen like that, so that it's less dazzling at night. And we can actually set that to auto so that it operates off of the automatic lights. The next button here is to switch the map on certain models. If you have this button here, if you have an active info display, which is a digital dashboard, you can switch to having the map from here on the infotainment unit to onto the digital dashboard. And then in settings you can change various options up in the route options menu here, from whether you want it to suggest you those 3 alternative routes or whether you just want it to calculate the fastest route straight away, and you can also select to avoid things like motorways and tolls on the menu system here. If your car has an active info display like this one, which is a digital LCD dashboard, you can actually set the sat-nav map to move over onto the dashboard. So your car will have a map button here. If we press on that, I will actually switch the map off on the infotainment system screen, and you'll actually see it is now in the centre of the active info display, so that's obviously straight in front of your line of sight, a little bit easier to use while you're driving. And that also frees up then the infotainment system so that you can put something else on it. So if you wanted then to switch back to whatever you're listening to, whether it be the radio or whether it be a CD or music streamed from your phone, you can have that on the infotainment system screen, and then you'll still have your satellite navigation map available to view while you're driving.